It has been a really long, hot summer, but the leaves are finally starting to fall. It is October already, so it's time to put out the mums and the pumpkins and just get ready for fall. So today I want to show you how I created a couple of beautiful wreaths for my front door. I'm calling this the Fall Harvest Bouquet, and I'll show you how I made these using dollar store pieces. Coming up next. Hello everyone, it's Toni, and I know you haven't seen my face in ages. I haven't posted a video in months. Every time I say I'm going to be consistent, something comes up. And unfortunately, my mother had another stroke. So I have been spending the last 4 months in the hospital with her, going through physical and speech therapy and just taking care of her. So we actually just moved her here to stay with us so that I could take care of her. And we've just been trying to get her situated to her new situation and show her a nice, beautiful, calm life. So I haven't been posting videos, but I will be posting videos. I actually have one today for you. And I'm not going to say how often I'll post them, just whenever I can. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me. But I have a beautiful door wreath for the fall that I created, and I wanted to show it to you. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to that right now. So at Dollar Tree this year, I found some pieces that I've never seen before. There were these peach and lime branches that I think I want to use in my wreath this year. Ooh, and I also found these eucalyptic silver dollar pieces that were really nice. Definitely going to use these. And I'm going to find pieces to match the flowers and pumpkins on my porch. So I'll be using the silver dollars and lime stems. Now, lilies aren't exactly fall flowers, but I couldn't resist the beautiful yellow, orange, and green color in these. I'm using these purple flowers that I already had in my stash. I also had a few fall leaves, some fall colored sprays, cotton blossoms with pine cones. I'm using metallic green and orange pumpkins with pears, burlap, and fall ribbon. As a base, I'm using a cross-shaped wire frame. I'm using floral wire and a hot glue gun. So this is also something new, this cross-shaped floral wire frame. I like it because it's long. I have 2 long, thin doors, and I want something that's going to be kind of long and vertical on the doors. I don't want to do a cross shape, but I'm going to use this just as a base. So I'm going to start with the silver dollar. And this frame is pretty long and wide, and I don't want my flowers to be any more longer than it is. So I'm going to pull a silver dollar all the way down to just above the top of that cross shape. I'm weaving the branches in and out of the wire frame, and then I'll spread the branches out. Next, I'm going to put another branch a little bit lower. I'm going to start lower so it sort of extends from the bottom going up outward to the top. So I want this to look like a bouquet of flowers. So I'm just going to spread the branches out at the top, and the stems will be thin at the bottom. I love the way the last basket I made turned out. So this will be sort of like that, like a bouquet. Next, I'm going to add these lime branches in, and I'm putting these on one side. I'm going to weave them into the side part of the cross. I always like to start with my greenery as a background. So I'll just spray those out as much as possible to cover up the shape of the wire frame. Next, I'll use a few of these foxtail sprays, and I'll stick one in a gap in the corner and pull some of the branches forward, and I'm going to put the other one a little bit lower on the other side. Now it's starting to get that bouquet shape. Next I'm going to add a pick with some pine cones and a cotton blossom and this orange puff piece. Now most of these pieces I had in my stash already from other projects, and you probably have a lot of extra pieces yourself if you make these. Sometimes, or most of the times, I don't even have to go to the store at all. I could make my wreaths from what I have. So now I think it's time to start adding my flowers. Now, like I said, lilies are not really fall flowers, but I saw these and I just love the color. It was so beautiful, the yellow with the little green. And I'm trying to match colors that are on my porch already, the pumpkins and the mums. So these are inserted in the middle and I'm fanning them out so they cascade downward. I'm also going to insert a touch of purple to go along with my purple mums. I want to add a little more fall with some light fall leaves. And to give it that festive harvest look, I'm adding these metallic pumpkins. And I don't want these to be too overwhelming, so I'm going to tuck these in behind the flowers. And for this, I'm using the hot glue gun. I am putting a good amount of hot glue. This is Gorilla Glue sticks. And I'm just going to attach it to the frame and the leaves. I'm positioning it sort of upward, facing out. I want it to look like it's growing out of the bouquet. And you can secure it more by putting a little hot glue on the leaves and attaching that to the pumpkin. The green one I'm placing above the orange one, and I'm putting it at a slightly different angle. I'm going to face it more towards the front and tuck it behind the flowers. And this pear I'm tucking in between, behind, a little bit above the two pumpkins. And I'll add a couple of fall leaves to fill in the gaps. So the pear also looks like it's growing out of the bouquet. Okay, so I'm finished with my bouquet. Now I want to wrap my stems. And for that I'm using this burlap ribbon. And I'll just pull the entire ribbon off the spool. I'm wrapping the end of the ribbon around the bottom part of the frame with a little bit overlapping the wire. I'm going to put a little glue at the end towards the back. And I'm twisting this upward so that maybe there's a 1/2 inch overlap. Every time I go around, I'm just going to put a dot of glue on the frame and the ribbon towards the back. And I want to bring that all the way up towards the top of the bouquet. And I'm going to cut this in the back, glue it, and then tuck it in. And finally, I want to put a nice big bow on the front. I found this really pretty orange, gold, metallic plaid ribbon from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to cut about 2 yards of this. I'm centering the ribbon around the bottom part of the bouquet, and I'm going to just tie a nice big bow. I have a lot of ribbon here, so I'm going to do a double bow. And looking at this, I think I'd like to add a little of that burlap ribbon into the bow. So I'm going to take the rest of the piece that I had left over. And I don't have enough to tie around to make a bow, so I'm going to cut a piece of floral wire, and I'm going to use this to make a couple of loops in the burlap ribbon. And I'll just use the wire to wrap around the orange bow so that it looks like I have 2 different bows tied here. Now I'll just add some loops to the ribbon and cut it a little shorter so it's neater. And I think my fall harvest bouquet wreath is done. I'm just going to tie a piece of wire on the back here so I can hang this on my door. You can hang this with a piece of ribbon or a wreath holder. My door has the ironwork, so I'm just going to attach it to a piece of that. So now let's see what it looks like on my door. Perfect for fall. I love the bright colors in the sun. And of course I made 2 of these for my double door. Ready to welcome in Halloween, Thanksgiving, and all of fall. Want more detailed instructions on some of these projects? On my Etsy store, for just a few dollars, you can get instant digital downloads of full-color step-by-step instructions with templates for some of your favorite projects. And check out my Amazon page, where you can pick up my multi-surface acrylic metallic paint, back in stock with 8 beautiful shimmering colors. You can mix millions of colors and create endless home beauty for indoor and outdoor projects. And while you're there, pick up my Book of Elegant Home Crafts Volume 1 with all your favorite projects together in one big beautiful colored step-by-step instruction book. You can now get separate e-project booklets, and also full-color printed project booklets will be available on Amazon. On my Amazon page, you'll see all my favorite crafting tools and supplies used on this show, and you can add them all to your cart for the one-click, fast and easy shopping and delivery convenience of Amazon. I'll be working every day to make crafting fun and easy for you. Follow me at Your House of Home and Your House of Home TV on all social media for extra home, food, and gardening tips.